Hey friends, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Kevin, and we're here in the Outer Banks.
And we are going to be doing some camping on the beach. So we are going to share with you what we consider to be the perfect beach setup. We're camping in our 5x8 cargo camper. It is a 5x8 cargo trailer that we've converted so that we can pull it with our Jeep.
And we call that the rescue wagon.
And I kind of think of it like a fancy camping or fancy tenting is what it is. We do have a toilet inside, and we have a fridge and a microwave and some of the and an air conditioner and a bed basically. But what we really want to show you is when we do get out here, how we can use this to just create this perfect, what we consider to be a perfect camping environment for just a different kind of camping. So
doesn't get any better than being right on the ocean, so we're going to show you how we do it.
So let's get at
to
it. So the very first thing we need to do is find the perfect camping spot, which really isn't hard to do when you're camping on the beach, but we have found the perfect camping spot.
So when you're out here with all this sand, one of the things you need to do is have a good mat. One that kind of allows the sand to fall through it, sweeps off easy, allows the rain to go through, doesn't create kind of a ruckus and create a dirtier situation. Normally we bring a really big mat, but for some reason we left the big mat at home. But we do have a small one, so we're going to get that set up. So I'm going to show you what we do to get that set up. Let's get all the goodies out of here. One thing out here is it's typically always very breezy on the beach, so you have to have things to weigh things down. A little pro tip, if you reuse your Walmart bags, you can bring them out, you fill them full of sand, tie them up, and they work great for holding things down. These quick fist connectors are great. You just basically they just hold everything on nicely. I'll put a little bit of diamond plate up here just to keep the shovel from scratching through. But this thing comes in super handy when you're at the beach. If you're making a fire, doing all the different things, it's really good to have.
So the next really important thing when you're setting up on the beach is, again, we've got the mat that helps with the sand, but oftentimes your feet get really sandy and nasty and you don't want to track that into your camper. So we have a couple of things that we use to help with that. Now, in the 5x8 cargo camper, we're talking about a 5x8 cargo camper, so we don't have a lot of room. Anything that can collapse down and minimize how much space you take, we use. So we use collapsible as much as we can. So we have a collapsible 5-gallon bucket. Let me show it to you. It simply collapses down, and then we have a nice bucket that we can use. We use this bucket for a foot washing station right outside the door, so we can make sure that we minimize how much we track in. We also use a bamboo mat. This thing is amazing. We purchased this to use inside of our shower. Well, we use it in our shower. We also use it right outside the door when we're on the beach because the sand just goes right through it. But also, even when you wash your feet off, when you step on the mat, it gets the mat kind of nasty and that kind of thing. But the bamboo mat, it just kind of dries right off and blows away. So we put our bamboo mat, it's even got a little crack in it right now because we use it so much. We set it right outside the door right here. So another essential piece of having the perfect campsite for us with our cargo camper is having an outdoor shower, because there obviously isn't any room for a shower inside, but you do get kind of nasty, especially when you're at the beach and at the ocean. You're gonna get salty and sandy when you're swimming and that kind of thing. It's a little chilly right now this time of year, but we don't have access to a shower anywhere else, and we need to, I like to have a shower and I like to have some warm water. So we have an outdoor shower. So let's show you how we do that.
That's my new pump that we just got. You can check out the installation of that on Be Free Benson DIY. super tickled with that. And this is our instant hot water heater. Also, you can check out the video on Be Free Benson DIY that shows the initial installation of the hot water heater. The hot water comes out.
This is our shower, and it connects right to the side of the camper where we have our hot water heater and our pump for our shower. But we also use this for our bathroom as well. We put our portable toilet in here that we always keep inside the camper, because when we're somewhere where we're staying, it's very easy to put our portable toilet in here, and it gives us more space inside the cargo camper.
Handy thing about having your toilet in here is you can leave it in here actually while you shower. It doesn't matter. So it just kind of works out nice to have a little bit of privacy there.
Okay, our restroom is ready. All we have to do is add the toilet paper. We're all set. We have it set up. It's hooked up to the shower. We just have to go in and we'll do our business. So the next really important thing when you're camping, of course, is the cook station, because you're always going to be doing cooking, and we are always cooking outside, especially, of course, when we have the 5x8 cargo camper. So we are going to set up our cook station, but you're going to notice that when we set up our cook station on the beach, to have the perfect campsite, you want to make sure that your cook station is facing the water, because then you have the most beautiful view when you're doing all your cooking. In the cargo camper, it's again really important that everything is light and easily collapsible. So we have a table that is a grill table. You can actually grill on it. You can do all of those things, but it's very compact. Mm-hmm. And it also is allows us, it's very light as well. So we're gonna get this set up first. This is what we use to put our, what do we have?
We have a griddle.
So one of the Blackstone griddles, and we put that on here. We love to grill, but you just can't have everything. And the Blackstone griddle kind of gives us the ability to do a modified grilling, and then we also use the fire. And it also allows us though to do like the kind of cooking you would do in a pan as well. So we found that to be the most versatile for when we're using the cargo camper. We have a propane tank right here that allows us to hook up the griddle right next to our camper. We also keep with us in one of our tubs a nice big cutting board, because this kind of tabletop is mesh, not mesh, but it has holes in it, and this gives us kind of a countertop.
You can order these additional cables to hook directly to the bigger propane tanks for the griddle, which works really well.
We also have a 2-burner stovetop that we utilize outside as well. One of the things that we purchased as well is for these windy days, we have a screen that goes onto your Blackstone that just limits the wind, because the wind can be so much that it makes it a little hard to cook. So we have this little screen that goes on our cook station. Lastly, for our cook station, we have a New Wave induction cooktop. So any kind of cooktop would do, but we really do like having that just in case, depending on where we are. There are times when we don't have access to electricity and you can't run your generator. So then we're going to use more of our things that we hook up to the propane. But if we're able to quickly just kind of cook something on our cooktop and we have electricity, we use this. All right, so we have our cook station all set up. It's really important that we have somewhere to sit when we're eating, and that we have somewhere to wash our dishes. So depending on where you're camping, you may have access to something, you may not. So we have a portable picnic table, and we use this to also put our washing station on, because we don't, again, have a lot of room, so everything has to be versatile to be used for several different things. So we have a collapsible dish strainer for when we do our dishes.
It makes it easy just because it gives you a little more surface area to do things as well. Sometimes you'll actually eat sitting in your chair. Sometimes you'll eat at the table. Depends on what you're eating, but it does make a nice wash station because it's completely plastic, and it does allow 4 people to sit down and eat. When you have a nice head like this, you have to keep it in the shade and wear lots of sunscreen so that you don't have to go get things cut off all the time. So, shade is very important, and we like to have shade all the way around the camper. So we have 2 awnings, and we're going to show you how we set up the awning on the cooking side of the camper first.
One thing that's really cool when you have the perfect beach spot with the cargo camper is to be able to open the back and you can see, and you're facing the beach, which is really cool. Right now, Coda's enjoying getting to do that. But we have a screen that Velcros in the back for those places and times when there's lots of bugs. So you can see there's Bella enjoying the sun. And can you unclip that screen and show them? It goes across the whole back and just allows you to still have the outside, but you don't have to worry about bugs.
One very handy thing to do is if you have a battery powered blower, to bring it with you when you're on the beach. I'm going to blow out the sand out of the camper right now, but also to keep these rugs clean. Just anything and everything that gets sand on it, it just makes it a lot easier to blow it off with the blower. The next most important thing is to have a great spot to have a campfire. So we have got a portable fire ring that comes in this little handy dandy bag, which makes it really nice because it doesn't make a lot of mess when you put it away. And we are going to try to set it up right in between the 2 campers, thinking that probably right in this area right here is perfect spot. We're far enough away from the campers to be safe, but we're also close enough to enjoy.
So one of the things that we have for the fire, because oftentimes we like to cook over the fire, we have this handy dandy little portable grill. It simply folds in like this, and we have a little bag that we keep it in so that it doesn't make a mess in the camper, but again, it's compact, and we're able to put this right over the edges. If you didn't have your surround, you could also just put it right over the top of the fire too, because it has the legs. And then you have a griddle on one side and one side has the grate, and it's super easy. So the last thing that we have for our fire, which is super important, is in our little bag, our sticks. We've got some sticks that allow us to do marshmallows and hot dogs. We now have our perfect beach camp setup.
Yes,
and hopefully this video helped you see just some of the things that we use when we're gonna do a really cool adventure. The last thing that we make sure we have is some comfortable chairs, because we're gonna do a whole lot of sitting.
Yes, we are.
So for links to all of the things that we used and for more tips and tricks and things like that, just go to our website at www.befreebenson.com, and we will link that in the description below. Also, if you want to see more adventures like this one, click on the video on the screen or go to our channel and click on our playlist.
We also have a DIY channel that you can see how we kind of created all the different things that we've done, and that's Be Free Benson DIY. And you can also access that on the website as well. Also, if you found value in this video, go ahead and hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. And as always, when you're sitting in your chair, looking at the ocean, it allows you to be free.